on the dance floor. No panties in the way. I take my time with it. Bring you close to me. Don't want no young dumb shit. But if I be like we listening to Josie, I was trying to lay low, taking it slow. When I'm fucking again, hey, gotta celebrate. If your man look good, but I put him away. If you can sweat the weave out, you shouldn't even be out. There no reservations at the pussy, you gon' eat out. I'm gonna ride it through it just how you like it tonight. And after that, let's do it one more time. Girl, I ain't want for begging, but now you got me begging. Please me, baby. Turn around and just tease me, baby. You know what I want and what I need, baby. Let me hear you say, please. Let me hear you say, please. Tease me, baby. Turn around and just tease me, baby. You know what I want and what I need, baby. Let me hear you say, please. Let me hear you say, please. Booty so round, booty so soft. Bet you wanna smack it again. Hey, let me demonstrate. Hit it one time, make it levitate. Titties are like blackout. Four bitches, what's that now? Your pussy basura, my pussy horchata. I'm ride it, do it just how you like it tonight. And
No.
let's do it one more time. Girl, I ain't want for begging, you got me begging. Please me, babe. Turn around and just tease me, babe. You know what I want and what I need, baby. Let me hear you say, please. Let me hear you say, come on, begging, come on, work it on me slowly.
Do they have the is it on? Still?
Right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have back on their heels.
At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have back on their heels. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have back on their heels.
Handoff to Barkley, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Been watching you, baby. I've been watching you for so very long, trying to get my girl to be
Maybe that'll get him going. Yeah, it wasn't a
Do you like
some concern because once you start at a certain quarter, you wonder, can you get out of here? If he flips the other way too, then they play really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. I think he might be off to the races. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there. And that's against the wall. That's a win for the stock shirts right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first one.
tell me that you just a homie. Ay, cause I can't be committed with these stacks all on me. Big drip on me. Ay, nigga, you don't know me. Ay, I'm not your homie. Faucet on me. I'm dripping water. She like it on me. She like it on me. Drip, drip, drip. Drip, drip, drip. Ice on wrist. I just hit a lick. Highlight the wrist. Highlight the drip. Drip, drip, drip. Drip, drip, drip. Sorry. I hate that corner, ain't no pity, you know. Ay, she wanna fuck, well, it's a pity, you know. Ay, cause I'm whipping that white girl, Kylie Jenner, you know. Ay, put it on that flight and I just said it, you know. I can't get you right, 5 bands for the night, baby, spin what you like, oh yeah. Drip, dripping on the side, big tipping, whip, dipping, thick, bitches wanna ride, oh yeah. Yeah, and I might just put a bad bitch out in the city, yeah. You tryna fuck, speak up, I ain't politicking yet. You all in my condo, ready to bust it, and you brought it back. And if you ain't was ready to bust it, why you brought it back? Dripped up, dripped up, dripped up. She gon' bust it at the Brickle penthouse. Cause it ain't the night, but I'll put it all in your mouth. And it's hard to fit it all in your house. With these stacks all on me, ayy. Bitch drip on me, ayy. Faucet on me, ayy. I'm dripping water, ayy. Know you notice, ayy. I love it when you tell me that you just a homie, ayy. Cause I can't be committed with these stacks all on me. Bitch drip on me, ayy. Nigga, you don't know me. I'm not your homie.
One more time, baby.
I'm dripping water. She like it on me. She like it on me. Drip, drip, drip. Drip, drip, drip. Ice on wrist. I just hit a lick. Highlight the wrist. Highlight the drip. Drip, drip, drip. Drip, drip, drip. Reds all on me. Me and my woadies. Bad bitch with me. Fucking our homies. Chopping in them edges. Put the lights on me. So side. Bitch, a big on me. Racks on me, had to go on my back. Bad bitches been fucking me fast. New blue faces up my jeans. Trip, trip like I level the team. New phantom, no stepping is me. Broke niggas gotta pry my sweat. I'm my enemy, baby, bitches so wild. I left prison in the chopper, they like how. Had a threesome the same day I went to trial. Now I'm back in this lit like Jack's all on me. Big drip on me. Faucet on me. I'm
If I could write you a song to make you fall in love, I would already have you up under my arm. I used up all of my tricks. I hope that you like this, but you probably won't. You think you're cooler than me. You got designer shades just to hide your face, and you wear them around like you're cooler than me. And you never say hey or remember my name. Tell me how close to be with no air. Died before I wake because you took my breath away. Losing you was like living in a world with no air. Oh, I'm here alone, didn't want to leave. My heart will move with me completed. If there was a way that I can make you understand. Tell me how I'm supposed to be with no air. Can't live and breathe with no air. How I feel whenever you're in there. No air, no air. Got me out here in the water so deep. Tell me how you gon' be without me. If you ain't here, I just can't breathe. No air, no air. No air, oh, no air, no. I walked, I ran, I jumped, I flew right off the ground to flow to you. There's no gravity to hold me down for real. Somehow I'm still alive inside. Took my breath, but I survived. I don't know how, but I don't even care. special way I feel when you hold me. We gon' always be together, baby. That's what you tell me, and I believe it. I ain't never had nobody do me like you.
Now I done been with different kind of girls, so like I done seen them all, but ain't none of them at all
Like you.
And I done seen the best of the best, baby. Still I ain't impressed, cause ain't none of them at all
Like you.
And you know how I feel when I chill. If I'm seen with a girl, then she gotta be just
Like you.
And baby, that's the way I feel. And I got no choice but for me to keep it real. Cause when we first got together, started hanging out, you was skeptical at first, had to figure out it. I was the kind of guy that try to dog you out, but I ain't that kind of guy you try to make me out. You found out when you turned to my baby. I showed them other brothers how to treat a lady. I let you drive when I ride that Mercedes, and I ain't tripping or acting shady. Cause baby, you know I ain't never had nobody show me all the things that you done show me. In a special way I feel when you hold me. We gon' always be together, baby. That's what she told me, and I believe it. Cause I ain't never had nobody do me like you.
And every time I think about you, when you ride, when you call, when you come up, your love is amazing to me. I can't wait till I see you. I wanna be with you again. And every time you're out on the road, I'll make a trip. And whenever I'm doing a show, don't you forget that I'm your main chick. Who got the game chick? One and the same chick, the one you can hang with.
I ain't never had nobody show me all the things that you done show me. In a special way I feel when you hold me. We gon' always be together, baby. That's what she told me, and I believe it. Cause I ain't never had nobody do me like you. Hit the mall, pop tags, spend a few G's in. Hit the runway to a new season. It ain't nothing.
Rosas now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Ballard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Okay.
Off-play action area. Here's Prescott.
Oh, shit.
Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cowboys are in for 6. Point after up and good. And it's now 17-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
That was a nice grab. Just couldn't get the feet down, right? You need that toe tap sequence there. Whatever size shoe he's wearing, probably need about a half size smaller to complete that one.
Back to the air, Lawletto on second down. That's complete on the bubble screen. That's
good. Let's go one more.
For 7. It's third down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Lawletto on third down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Lawletto on first down. Looking for Shepard deep. He's got it with the 15. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout.
Damn.
And a kick by Wilson. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides
feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Very good adjustments are being made in terms of what they're trying to get on. But here, do you change up anything on the opening drive? Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect. But overall, you like what your game plan is. Let's go, man. Wide open, complete. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And give him a gain of 37. The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver so any defender can step up and play. They did it well there. Perfectly executed passing route. Complete. It's James. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The completion good for 20 and a second down. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was incompletion and they picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in check. You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. I think we should put a stopwatch on that one. You talk about having all day to throw the football, able to scan the field, find someone open out for a long shot. They get 6 on the pickup there. The drive will continue. This stage of the game, the run pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that can set things up for big runs like that. But the defense might be a little bit off balance. Just pick up another first down with that run. First down. And he will get down to the 2-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. But the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Go.
It's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Let's go, baby.
Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott already his second touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. To the 26-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have. Because some teams script to start a half, other teams just go, okay, these are the sequences that we have to run, these things work well. And sometimes they talk about that chunk play right away. Shocker. They can't get out there and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clocks. Allow your people to get
Big run down right around the 37. They get 5 out of that one, and they move the chains. Line of scrimmage to 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Again here on 2nd and 10.
You gotta get a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hit receivers in certain situations. The guy at his size can't really hide it. The tight end's right route, definitely the type of way to sneak him across the formation. Easy control on that first down.
We'll get it into territory just across midfield at the 49. It'll be a pickup of over a yard, and it's a 2nd down. It brings up 3rd.
You gotta give him credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. That's frustrating for an offensive lineman because only recourse is when he goes in the air and tries to get something for a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Oh my God, bro. We're fucking up.
The Bengals into the red zone here on 1st and 10. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. Jones in there to make the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On the cross, there goes Barkley.
On second down, here's Lauletta. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
This is third and long. Here's Lauletta looking for the end zone. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you're that clap. Right, hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And out now come the Cowboys. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Play action now, Prescott. That's complete to Whitaker. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ballard. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Here we go, 46, 46. Switch, switch, and 26.
From the red zone now, Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
To the air again, Prescott. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead. Right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some...
Oh, no, he lost the football. But I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession. Well, call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
To throw is Prescott. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
On 1st down, it's Lauletta. He dumps it off to Barkley. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. From the gun, here's Lauletta. And this is caught. It's Parker. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap to Lauletta. He's to the 10. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And down to the 7-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Again, Lauletta. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Detroit!
Out of the gun, Lauletta. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Get out. It's coming now. Here we go. 47. 46.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Here we go, 3rd. On both sides.
Hold on. My bad, I forgot you was in the party. I had to like shit, wait a minute. That's why I had to like pause the screen. I was like, fuck.
And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So
oh yeah. Yeah.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. There he goes right side.
Top tail water, baby.
Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Giants ready to come out now. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Here's Lawletta now on 2nd. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Parker unable to get that one, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Lawletta. It's caught. Shepard. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks.
And this is intercepted. And
Let's go.
Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10. They give to Elliott. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Throwing here, Prescott. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so